Hello, Billy. How are you? Mr. Kwang Tuan, Billy. How are you, Billy? Check your microphone. Are you there, Billy? How are
I'm
you today, Billy?
I'm fine.
Thanks for coming. Did you have a good, today is Wednesday. Did you have a good Tuesday?
Yes.
What did you do on Tuesday, Billy?
Um, I have extra class.
No extra class. What did you study?
Um, English and literature.
Literature. Very nice. Did you do that through NCSN or did you go to a study center?
Uh, like I go to the teacher's house to study
Okay. Is it online or face to face in real person?
face to face.
Oh, that's cool. Is the person Australian, British, American, Canadian, Vietnamese?
No, Vietnamese.
Well, Vietnam has a great tradition of literature, Billy. So, I know some Vietnamese literature. It's really wonderful. So that's good. You have a private tutor. Is it just you, or is it with a group of students?
I with some students.
Yeah. Do you like what kind of literature do you do? European, American, Vietnamese, Chinese?
Vietnamese.
Oh, very cool. Is it old stuff or more modern stuff?
Um, I don't know.
Uh, I'm helping a Vietnamese professor who lives in Switzerland. She speaks 5 languages. She's really intelligent. And I'm helping her go through her book. And it's about Vietnam from 1975 until the present time. So that's kind of modern literature, but it's all true. It's nonfiction. And she's a professor in Switzerland. That's really interesting to read because she talks about all the things she did. She and her friends kept a milk cow in the countryside and they would sell the milk. And then they built a small library in that famous small city. I forget its name. The students live there, Dalat City. They created a small library that poor people could go to. So it's kind of a wonderful story. I really like her story. All right, let's see. Anna joined us. Hello, Anna. How are you? Anna, 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 are you there?
I'm
Anna,
fine.
so you're
Thank
having a good
you.
day. Anna, I read your work. Thanks for it. Because you guys gave me all these examples that we can use to debate today. Because Fiona said, can we actually debate each other? And that's fine. If you guys don't want it to be such a formal debate where you get serious, if you just want to discuss it, what I'll do today is just in the chat box, I'll throw in some, I'll let you guys do all the talking today. And in the chat box, I'll just put little messages about how to do rebuttals and counter arguments and stuff like this, right? So let's see. And Fiona just joined us, so I'll explain that to Fiona. Fiona is here. Hello, Fiona. How are you?
I'm
Fiona.
good.
Fiona, today we're going to do the formal debate as you requested, suggested, because you're right. We need more time for you guys to debate each other. I just told Anna and Billy that what I will do is I'll just put useful debate language in the chat box for you and let you guys do most of the talking. Um, something you all, Fiona, Lucy, Anna, Billy, you guys all gave me really interesting examples of strange things that aren't true. And when I was going through the homework, I could think of many things you could use in your debate. And I'll share those with you at the very beginning of class. But then you guys can discuss these. As I told Anna and Lucy and Billy, Fiona, today, the debate doesn't have to be super serious where you get angry with each other. You guys can talk casually with each other. And then I'll say, hey, try saying it this way with the debate style, right? But let's start slowly because it's taking some time for the students to join us. Let me check with Lucy. Lucy, are you there? Lucy. Hello, Lucy. Lucy, are you there? Where's Lucy? Lucy, are you there? Lucy, we're doing a microphone check.
Yes, can you hear me?
Hey, Lucy, how are you today?
I'm good.
Good. I woke up today and in Japan it wasn't so hot today. I was surprised. Usually I go from the second floor of our house to the first floor and it's really hot, like 36 degrees inside the room or 38 degrees. But today it was actually a little cool, so I'm hoping it will cool down. Lucy, what city are you in Vietnam? Is it Ho Chi Minh or Hanoi or Nha
Oh,
Trang?
I'm in Ho Chi Minh City.
What's the temperature this morning there? It's about 9 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, but I don't know the temperature, but
Uh,
it's pretty hot.
do you think it's like 35 or 36 about?
I think so.
Yeah,
It's so hot.
just hot. Hey, Andrew Nyo, thanks for your nice work, Andrew, and your thing. I really liked it. You and Fiona stayed really close to the debate language of universals to specific examples. It's really important to learn that, Andrew, because you'll use that in logic at first in secondary school and college, but then you'll find yourself using that same universal to small things in all kinds of things like sociology, psychology, political science, business, economics. You can always make a good argument, even if you're like a businessman, Andrew, and let's say you're in Vietnam and you're trying to market a product to people who live in the Central Highlands, you could say, no, 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 that's not true. That's a stereotype of the people in the Central Highlands. When we sell our products to them, we have to be sensitive about this issue, this kind of thing. Or Andrew, if you're an international businessman, you could say, no, 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 that's not true about Indonesian people. Our research shows this, and that's using exactly what you used in your debate presentation. So I'm pretty impressed with everything people did today. Hey, Mia, how are you?
I'm fine.
Yeah, thanks for your debate contribution. I like the piano. You called yourself a pianoer. It's the first time I've heard it. Usually it's pianist, but you wrote pianoer, so it sounds like YouTuber. It's kind of funny. So thanks for that. Okay, I'm just waiting for Jenny to come. Jenny can join us. So we have Mia, Lucy, Jenny, Billy, Fiona, Anna, Andrew. There should be about 2 or 3 more people. I want to start sharing your homework. And also Vu should come. An just joined us. Good. All right. Well, let's take a look at that homework, you guys, because I think it's important. Let's go to the Yalo where I put all your homework and hope there aren't any weird problems with Yalo. All right. Wow, this is interesting. Somebody just added a homework on did about Nelson Mandela, so I'll have to check that with everybody. I want to start with Mia because Mia used this really funny expression. I'm a pianist, and I thought that was really funny. Hey, Mia, can you read this? Wait, this is a long time ago, you guys. Where is that's today? That's there. There's Tina. Well, is Tina here yet? Did Tina join us? So we have to save that homework because we're waiting for Tina. Pianoers. Hey, Mia, can you read this here? This is really interesting.
My friend
Yeah.
once said, all pianoers are crazy. That's not true because I am a pianoer and I am not crazy. As an example, Beethoven is Beethoven, the great pianoist
Mm.
who makes the music piece called
Für Elise.
Für Elise.
Mm.
It is a very beautiful piece of music. Perhaps it is the one and only environment change.
Mm.
So their minds
Mm.
was getting crazy. So there is no more reason that pianoers are crazy.
Okay. Do you know the story, Mia? If I were to debate this, we have to use the correct debate term here. So let me just put this up. If I did a rebuttal to this, what's over here? Let me pick a rebuttal because since we're doing debate style today, we have to do the proper rebuttal. And so the opening rebuttal, the Sir Bak Bao. Well, what would I choose? That music doesn't make you crazy. All right, so Mia, if I chose one, I would say, well, Mia, there is this, I would say my opponent, Mia, cited the example that people who listen to beautiful music like Beethoven's Fur are not crazy. They just enjoy beautiful music and they get really emotional. However, there is the story of a concert by Gustav Mahler, the German, where when the concert started, the people hated it so much, there was a huge fight in the music hall and people were using violence against each other. And the fight left the music hall and it went out in the street. And the German police had to come to stop the people because they went so crazy. So that's how I would refute that one, you know. Now, Mia, you could say, yes, but that's only one example, right? Do you see how you would refute that? Fiona is smiling. Fiona, Mia said, music is beautiful. Fur by Beethoven is elegant. It would never make people crazy. And then I say, well, I'm going to refute that with the example of Gustav Mahler, where the young boys in the concert about 200 years ago went out in the streets and started to fight each other. What would you add to that, Fiona?
Oh, you amazed me. Oh, wait, what is the drama is that?
It's a true story. My high school teacher told me about it, that Mahler's music was so modern and strange, it made people angry and they started fighting in the music hall. And then the fight went out into the street with young men actually punching each other and throwing things at each other. Some people said he was a genius. Some people hated the music. Do you think that's a good refuting evidence argument?
Hmm. I think not the um none of the musicians or of singers are not crazy. We also have lot of singers nowadays is crazy.
Hmm.
Oh my they are insanely.
Yeah.
For example, Billie Eilish is crazy.
Right.
And she's let me say for she's crazy because she just did just need to come out, and she's oh, mm, and she was happy for that, and she was completely confident about it. But it's fine. I think it's great. It's amazing. If she come out confidently, that's no idea. It's crazy. That's
What do you
all.
think? Fiona, I put this one here. I think this is kind of close to what you were saying. Would you like to try it?
Yeah, why not?
Now, do you remember in debate, we always say, define your terms. What are you exactly talking about? So you guys could actually start to define crazy. Well, what is crazy, right? So Mia, you could say, well, what is crazy? You could say this, Mia. You could say this. You could say, my opponent. Oh, not there, right here. My opponent still has not defined exactly what crazy. Fiona, what do you think of this? My opponent still has not defined exactly what crazy means. Do you like that? All right, Andrew, you are next. Are you ready? I want Andrew to offer a rebuttal to Fiona, and I want you to try this language if you want, Andrew. So look at that language there. Andrew, read these two first, and then we'll apply it to Fiona so we can get a debate going here.
To address my opponent's claim about bicycles helping to keep people healthier, it's important to note that many old people and children might get into a serious accident while on their bicycle. Regarding the argument on the problems created in making new bicycle lanes, the reality is regular construction for car and motorcycle traffic is already a major problem. So why should making bicycle lanes be any different?
Nice. So I'm going to put this in yellow because every time I try to put this in chat, you guys, it knocks Zoom out of the thing. It's really annoying, totally annoying, actually. So I go back here and I go to Zalo, and then these are your homework notes that you guys all did. And so I'm going to put this right here, this example, and then hopefully it won't destroy my Zoom connection, you guys. Let's see if it's going to be nice to me, because this happened last week and I was really It sucks, really. All right, Andrew, there are the two things to address my opponent's claim about bicycles, blah, blah, blah. Let's go up to Fiona's thing here. Fiona, this was a really interesting example. First, Fiona, read it, and then Andrew, try to negate this. This is a great example, by the way, Fiona. I really like this. Go ahead, read that one, Fiona.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to our debate today. In today's subject, I'm honored to be here and share you my deceptive experience when I was wet behind the ears and huge fan of watermelon. Once, my grandma occasionally teased me by saying, if you overeat watermelon seeds, then a watermelon will grow in your stomach, which leaves your body looking like you're pregnant. This bread works out well because it's given me the crabs whenever I eat watermelon since then. However, that's not universally true. On the contrary, watermelon seeds are entirely safe to eat. They even come with more nutritive benefits. An ounce of the watermelon seeds contain that 7 to 8 grams of protein.
Yeah.
Protein. That's much as an extra large egg. It seems risky to eat their seed because you do not digest them, but rather they pass through your body food, and then there's nothing. Oh, there's a gap. My pardon. So they will just end up in the toilet in a day or two. Similar to what happens you start swallowing cream on my day. She's just a geriatric liar for real.
Oh my God. Fiona called her grandmother a geriatric means old person, you guys. So a geriatric liar, like old people lie. Fiona, that could be a total debate topic in itself. Do old people tell crazy stories? Why do they tell lies to children? You could do that. It's kind of a sensitive topic if you have a grandmother who's going a little bit crazy or a little bit mean. Wow, what a debate topic. Fiona, I like that. We're going to save that for next time because, hey, Andrew, what would you say to Fiona's debate? Her grandmother says, don't eat watermelon seeds. They will make you pregnant. And she says, no. Fiona's main argument is that watermelon seeds have a lot of protein and they're good for you. Could you think of some way to use a rebuttal on that?
I'm not sure.
I mean, Andrew, you could, if you wanted to be real direct, you could say, yes, Fiona, watermelon seeds are good, but why not eat direct protein sources like beef, chicken, eggs, or fish? Fiona, how would you respond to that? Like, why waste your time chewing on watermelon seeds?
It's a tough one, and I still have no idea. Yeah, we should not eat watermelon seeds whenever I eat watermelon. I usually take it out of my mouth because I think it's not good at all.
All right, how about this, Fiona and chat? I'm going to think about fiber in seeds that meat does not have. You could argue the fiber. That's really good for you. Because you talk about them coming out in the toilet, which isn't so gross. It's just natural, right? They could actually be really good. Andrew, go ahead. You raised your hand. What would you like to offer?
I forgot.
But by the way, Andrew, you see that I took this from Sunday's debate #1 lesson because the rebuttal is really important. So to address my opponent's claim about watermelon seeds helping to keep your body clean, it is important to note that many old people eat watermelon seeds and they're geriatric. All right, Andrew, you could eat broccoli. You could eat broccoli. That's kind of funny the way you phrase that. So, Andrew, you could say, regarding the argument on the problems created in eating watermelon seeds, in reality, eating other foods like broccoli, celery, carrots has just as much fiber and vitamins, something like that. Okay. Now, there's a really interesting debate one here that I read, you guys. I was really impressed by this one. There were like 5 or 6 really great ideas here. That's The Watermelon by Ms. Fiona. Here's another one. Oh, Andrew, since we're talking about it, let's do the Andrew document. Wait 1 second. I'm going to stop this share and I will go directly to Google Documents. If I can find that's not there, let's stop that there. Let's put this up here from Andrew Nyo. Andrew, I really like this argument. It's just kind of cool. Let's see if I can just get it up on share. 1 second, you guys. I don't want to hit the wrong button. This happened to me before. It's kind of embarrassing. All right, Andrew, nice work on this one because like Fiona, you used just the best debate argument language. Everything about this is really good for a debate. Do you want to try this, Andrew? Let me center it better. Okay, there you go.
Okay. One crazy thing I heard is that all dogs hate cats. That's not universally true. There are many exceptions. For example, my neighbor's dog, Matt, is best friends with a cat named Whiskers. I just made that up, like that part.
It's fine.
They play together in the yard and even nap next to each other. It makes no sense to say all dogs hate cats because I've seen so many dogs and cats getting along just fine. It's all about their personalities and how they're introduced to each other. Sometimes dogs and cats can become the best of friends if they're given a chance. Another wild story is that humans only use 10% of their brains. That's not universally true. There are many exceptions. Scientists have proven that we use all parts of our brain for different activities like thinking, moving, and even dreaming. If we only use 10%, we wouldn't able to do many of the things we do every day. It makes no sense to believe this myth when there is so much evidence showing how active our brains really are.
Yes.
So don't believe everything you hear and always check the facts.
Hey, you know why I really like this, Andrew? Because this is a great debate topic, and I'm going to give you a little bit of help here in your debate thing. Mr. Andrew, do you guys know the story of this hominid that was found in Indonesia here? So here's Ho Chi Minh City. This is the Great Borneo Island, and this is Indonesia island of Florenses. That's its name, Florenses. Do you guys remember the Florenses story? Okay, so looking at the skull of this Florensis hominid, it's not ape-like, it's more like human. It was about 4 feet, 6 inches tall, kind of short, but by judging by its head, the way its head is shaped, they know it could walk. So this thing could walk, and they found other bones to prove that this human-like creature could walk. But here's the crazy thing. Its brain size is only 330 cubic centimeters, Andrew. So you were talking about brain size does not equal intelligence. And another student also argued that. I forget who that was. We're going to have to find that other argument. So in the cave here that they found, this is called Lingabua Cave. And tourists can go here, but researchers are digging here still. So it's a sensitive area. They also found fire. So how is it that a upright walking human from about 20,000 years ago could make fire and use tools when its brain is only the size of a chimpanzee? Chimpanzees can pick up rocks and they can throw stuff, but chimpanzees cannot make fire. This little human cousin could actually make fire. So it demonstrates that brain size does not equal intelligence. And someone else also gave that argument. Was it Suvia? Suvia, let me see. No, that's libraries, pianoers, Mona Lisa. Where is it? Andrew, you argued about brain size. Someone else did too. The watermelon seed story. Oh, there it is. It's wonderful. Anna, are you there, Anna?
How did they find the fire?
Yeah.
Though?
Researchers went into the cave and they started to dig because they realized, oh my God, this skull isn't like anything we've seen before.
Wait.
This makes no sense, right?
Was the fire still there? Like, was it still burning?
So there were like ashes, leftovers from the fire.
Yeah, it's charcoal left over from about 15,000 years ago, Andrew. What's crazy about it, it means that this little ape thing probably had contact with human beings, and it was probably afraid of the humans because it was so short that it went into the caves. But once a group of like hominids, small little human-like creatures, once they become afraid of humans, they can't successfully continue to get food and keep making babies and going on and on and on. They probably died out because humans came to dominate the area. It's a very sad thing, you know. Humans don't mean to be bad. It's just they show up in large enough numbers and they change the whole local environment. Anna, this is really wonderful. Can you read yours because it ties in directly with that hominid species thing? Would you like to read it?
There is a hypothesis that I have heard is larger brains equal to a higher intelligence. That's false. Brain size is not the only factor that affects IQ. Brain structure is more important than brain size, so assessing a person's intelligence requires many factors.
Yeah, very nice. Okay, so let's say, Anna, I argue that I say, humans are obviously very intelligent because our brain sizes on average are about 900 cubic centimeters. And I'll put that in chat. 900 cubic cc, 900 cubic centimeters. Therefore, we're the most intelligent creature. All right, so Anna, fight back against that and try to use the debate language that I put here for you, the rebuttal. And so you could say, you could use this again. I like this, Anna. What would you say if I say intelligence depends on the size of our brains and you want to challenge that? You could use this one. Do you like this one, Anna?
Yes.
Okay. Anna, I'm going to change this a little bit for your argument. Hominid means upright walking, you guys. Hominid.
Wait.
Neander. Yeah.
So humans were crawling?
What's that?
Humans used to crawl?
They did, but that was 8 million years ago, Andrew, with the chimpanzees. Yeah. Let's call them modern humans. What's crazy, Andrew, chimpanzees and humans could actually mate, you know, have sex and make babies from 8 million to 6 million years ago. But at about 6 million years, they totally broke apart, so they couldn't do that anymore. And then humans started to walk, and there's a whole story there that would take like 20 minutes. It's when Africa became really hot and dry with the Sahara Desert because the Himalaya mountains of India rose up really high 8 million years ago, and the water left North Africa. So chimpanzees stayed in the jungle. Early humans began to run in between the tree things, and they had to learn to walk and run. And this took thousands of years to figure out how to do. And then eventually they could keep walking all the time and getting food. All right, so let's see. All right, Anna, what do you think of this logical fallacy? Read it and then see if you like it.
Yes, I like it.
Okay, go ahead, read it so it feels natural. In a debate, you could say it.
This argument relies on a
slippery slope. Do you guys know? Yeah. Fallacy.
Just because of few hominid species, so that
such as Neanderthal. And I'm going to change that there, Anna. All right, I can't quite get it right. Andrew, do you want to read it? Because something happened to Anna's microphone. Can you read this in your nice reading style, Andrew?
This argument relies on the slippery slope fallacy. Just because a few hominid species such as Neanderthal and modern humans have big brains, and therefore the most intelligent species.
Yeah. So that slippery slope, do you guys know what that means? It's like when you're trying to walk up a mountain slope that has mud from the rain or snow, you keep falling down. It means the argument keeps falling down. It never gets up the slope. You guys could say it never gains traction. So a way to say slippery slope is it never gains traction, means you can walk up the mountain. So the argument is just so weak, you can never climb higher with the argument. That's what a slippery slope is. It never gains traction. Okay. But a slippery slope can also be if a teacher or the school principal sees really bad behavior in a boy or girl. They say, be careful, you're going down a slippery slope, means you're going to fall and make a terrible life mistake. So that's actually a really good word for you guys to learn, slippery slope. It's difficult to say slippery slope. And remember, fallacy means it isn't true. All right. Hey, Tina, would you like to jump in because you always have these really good observations? Tina, are you interested in this argument that just because we have big brains, we're more intelligent?
I kind of like this.
Hmm.
I kind of like this.
Yeah. Hey, do you like this expression? Tina, try this one.
Okay. Even if we accept my opponent premise, it's possible to interrupt the data differently.
Yeah, so Tina, imagine teacher says, I think you have to have a big brain to be intelligent. Then
Okay.
Tina, you could see that.
So most of my friends assume that having big brains equals equals big IQ. No, that's not true because it's based on ourselves and the environment. And when we are still babies, is there anything that affect us so the IQ is lowered or like it got higher? It's based on the environment and ourselves. It's not like big brains and big IQ.
Yeah.
That's stupid.
Let me show you this, you guys. This is kind of crazy, crazy stuff. You guys could use this in your arguments, and I think this is a great argument. Do you know how humans are great friends with dogs and cats? And so researchers say we want to know why that is. And so this really helps. Did you know, look at these brains. We have a dolphin, we have a chimpanzee, we have a human, we have a cat and a rat. What all of these have is this back part here, the pink part, we share that with snakes and alligators, reptiles, basically, cold things, right? But then we have all of this development here and all this development here. So when you look at humans, we interact pretty well with cats, chimpanzees, dolphins. We actually have pretty good relations with them as long as the chimpanzees are in a safe situation. Chimpanzees in Africa are crazy and sometimes they attack human beings. For some reason, chimpanzees grab at humans' faces and destroy their faces. Have you heard those shocking stories? Chimpanzee attacks are pretty terrible against human beings. But dolphins and cats and dogs and humans generally have pretty good relationships. So scientists think that once you get a bigger brain here, you begin to care for other animals. Have you guys heard that argument? So what you could introduce using a diagram like this is called the frontal cortex. And when it gets bigger in cats, humans, dogs, chimpanzees, dolphins, when this cortex gets bigger, animals start cooperating and working together in groups, right? And so this is why humans get along pretty well with cats and dogs. So in chat, I'm going to write this here. It's called emotional intelligence. So Tina, for this argument here that we just did, the rebuttal, and I'll share this with Tina because you're in the middle of your argument. I'm going to take away this. There are, wait, sorry, there are. Tina, what do you think of this counter argument here?
For example, there are many kinds of intelligence we share with smaller brained animals.
Yeah.
That's completely true. For example, the cat's brain is probably smaller than our brain, but they are just as smart as us. Sometimes, like, I know they're not smart like humans, but they are really smart, almost like humans.
Yeah.
And for dolphins, it's like the brain, I'm not sure about the size, but dolphins are really intelligent as well.
Yeah.
But their personality is nasty.
You guys, there was a French researcher called Piaget about 100 years ago. Piaget is really famous because he studied children to see why children are intelligent. And he said around age 1, when the baby smiles at its mother and then the mother smiles back, the baby is already showing signs of human intelligence and recognition. But they say cats and dogs, cats don't do that as much as dogs. Everyone knows dogs are always really happy when they see humans. But we had a cat. Our cat used to mimic me. It's called mimicking it. She would follow my facial expressions and copy me. And my friend saw this. He said, Brendan, that's extraordinary. That, maybe you should make a video of that because your cat is copying your faces. And cats generally don't do that. It's a really rare example of intelligence. Okay. Hey, Fiona, can I check back with you? Do you think we're successfully debating each other?
Yeah.
Yeah, because you want that, right?
Yes, absolutely.
All right, so Fiona, the reason I ask you, I'm going to go to the chats, and I notice Andrew's been putting some stuff up here. And Andrew, you're always good about finding really good research. So we're going to respect Andrew's research here. Fiona, if you look at the chat, Andrew put a source here. Can you read Andrew's source that he put there based on the new understanding?
He puts that on yellow, doesn't he?
Well, I highlighted it in blue. It's kind of far up here. Let me move the chat. It says Andrew Ngo to everyone. Based on a new understanding of human evolution, Moore professor means he's at a famous Moore college. He's the main professor.
All right. Oh, it's right there. Let me try it out. All right, I copy that.
Yeah. Andrew, if I
in the keyboard.
Oh, very nice, Andrew. Yeah. Andrew, if I go to this Harvard magazine,
is it a Harvard magazine?
Yeah, it's a really good source. So, Andrew, you're very good about that. Andrew, if you join a debate club, by all means, you should do the research for the club, even though your English is excellent, right? I'm going to copy the link and put it in my Google search, but I have to be careful with this because, like I've told you guys a million times before, it always knocks me out of Zoom when I go to do an advanced thing. That's why I can't use YouTube, you guys. YouTube.
Wait, really?
Yeah, YouTube, it always, well, actually, legally, if you're in Zoom, you can't use YouTube because YouTube doesn't want its content streamed through Zoom because people can use that. How to describe this? Somebody owns the content on YouTube and you're broadcasting it on Zoom. And so there are legal disputes about who owns that content if you're using it for marketing or education. That's a whole debate in itself. And these are billionaire companies that use lawyers who cost millions of dollars to fight these issues, you guys. Hey, Andrew, it works. So let's take a look at Andrew's link because this is a great link. If you're in a debate and it's called an impromptu debate, you have to get stuff. It's from Harvard Magazine. So, of course, it's Harvard University. And it's called What Makes Humans Smart? And let's see, Andrew, can you read the first part here?
Okay.
Sorry about it. It's jumping all over the place.
Wait, let me just click on the link so I can read it. So it's easier.
Can everybody see that highlighted stuff?
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Intelligent, good at solving problems, innovative. Such words are often used to describe the capabilities of exceptional people. But what if being smart is less about a person's innate intelligence and more about the ability to tap into a form of collective intelligence, a shared cultural brain? Based on a new understanding of human evolution, Moore professor of biological anthropology Jules Henrich argues, contrary to conventional wisdom, the human brilliance emerges from sharing information in communities and networks across generations. Humans are uniquely engaged in collective information processing, he says, and this cultural intelligence is a key aspect of what makes us human.
Nice. Hey, Andrew, read a little bit more because this is excellent support for a debate.
Okay. Among the most ancient culturally transmitted practices is the preparation of food with fire. I like to use this example because fire and cooking shapes our physiology and anatomy, says Henrik. We have much smaller stomachs than you would expect in primates of our size. We have such colons too, because cooking food is a form of pre-digestion.
Yeah, did you know that when we're around dogs and cats, one of the reasons why they like us as human beings is we cook our food and it makes it much easier for them to digest. So humans and dogs have also learned, go to the humans, they cook their food, life is easier. This kind of goes back to what Fiona was saying about the watermelon seeds, right? Maybe it's our food is too well cooked, so we need raw watermelon seeds to keep our bodies digestion good. But interesting, Andrew, I didn't know that humans have kind of small stomachs, whereas cows have huge stomachs because they eat grass all day. So that's actually a really good argument. Okay, nice, you guys. I'm just checking here. Hey, Billy, we didn't get a chance to ask your opinion. Billy, how are you?
I'm fine.
So, Billy, we were talking about eating watermelon seeds and human brains and making fire. What do you think is most interesting?
I think is the brains one.
The brain size, yeah.
Yeah.
And so, Billy, you are in primary school. Are you 11 or 12 years old?
12.
12. So, did you guys in your school discuss Neanderthal early humans?
Yeah,
Yeah. Is it interesting?
kind of. But
Kind
my
of.
teach me, I feel it's boring.
Yeah.
Like
So, Andrew, Andrew was discussing. Go ahead, Andrew. You can talk to Billy directly.
Early humans look scary.
I know, very scary. It's funny, Andrew, I was just talking to a friend of mine this morning. There's a story about early human. Maybe there are populations, very small populations of early humans in places like the Ural Mountains in Russia. And there's a really horrible story there. I'll send you the link, Andrew, because I just put this up for my friend. And my friend is very intelligent, but he didn't know this story. He was really surprised by it. Oh, I knocked it out. Andrew, I'll try to find it for you later and I'll put it in Yalo. Oh, no, there it is. Andrew, let me just quickly show you this story. Uh, this isn't really about debate class, but you always bring up interesting things. So in Wikipedia, there's the story of the Dyatlov Pass. It's in the Ural Mountains. It was a group of university students who went hiking in 1959, and they were the most intelligent students at the Science Academy. And they went to these mountains. 9 people died. When they found these students in the tents, their faces were ripped apart. And it's the kind of thing a chimpanzee does to a human being in Africa when the chimpanzees get angry and they attack a human being in a national park in Africa. The same thing happened, but there are no chimpanzees in the mountains of Russia. It's really cold. It's like minus 30, minus 40 degrees. And so they say, well, how did this happen? This is where the Dyatlov Pass is. Dyatlov Pass it's really rural. It's here in the Ural Mountains. And these mountains are so cold in winter. So one scientist said that he thinks that possibly an early humanoid group attacked these people. All they found were their tents and the bodies were all inside. It's a terrible story, But one of the explanations is that a wild animal attacked these 9 students. This is the monument to them. It's very sad. They don't know what the mystery is. It's just the people were attacked really badly, and it could be by an early human population. It's an incredible story. I'll send you the link because you might be interested in that. Okay, so let me go back to Yalo because there are 2 or 3 more responses to the homework. Oh my gosh, this one's really good. Is Lucy here today? Lucy, are you still here?
Yes.
Hey, Lucy, can you read yours in the share? Because this was amazing also.
Okay. There are many things I heard that are not universally true. My grandma once said to my little brother, if you don't finish your food, a monster would come and get you. Now, we all know that there is no such things like this. Monsters are not real. This trick does it every time. Children, including my brother, finishes all their food and left no crumbs. However, I think adults should not keep lying to children like this.
Yeah, this is what, like Fiona said, the lying geriatrics, the grandmother who tells lies about watermelons in stomach can make you pregnant, right? Okay, so do you remember what I wrote as my response here, Lucy? This is like really interesting. I wrote like this. This is an interesting example, Lucy, because we can introduce the idea of metaphors in our debate class. This metaphor of the monster is that famine can be seen as a monster who threatens human life by destroying food. To make children understand this, famine takes on a form of a monster. Famine is when whole farming areas collapse because there isn't enough rain. It's an instructive or educational approach for children to understand. You don't talk about famine because little kids don't understand about no rain equals no rice, no wheat. It's if you just call it a monster, if you don't eat your food, then the children understand monster. It's metaphorical speaking. So did you guys study metaphors in your class? Oh, Billy wants to join the Zalo. Thanks, Andrew. Okay, so do you guys, let me put this in Vietnamese because in your literature class, Billy said he was studying literature. So I have to go to English to Vietnamese to do this properly. Metaphor. As soon as I write this, you guys will know because, you know, there are research studies that Vietnamese education is really advanced. So I bet most of you guys know this already. So it's not a big thing. So in English, it's called metaphor.
Metaphor.
And then in Vietnamese,
Anzu.
Anzu. Fiona, did you study metaphors already? Yeah.
I studied it.
Yeah. And Tina, you studied it?
Yeah. If I'm not wrong, I kind of like started to approach it since second grade.
Second grade of secondary school or primary?
Primary. I'm not even in secondary school.
Wow, that's very early, very early. So you could say this as a rebuttal. Our opposition team is supporting metaphors. Okay, so that's really good debate phrasing there, Tina and Fiona, you guys, Billy. Now I have to ask, Jenny. Jenny, nice work on your homework response. Can I play it for the class, the audio clip?
I think that's depend on you.
Yeah, it's good stuff. You always have these like excellent answers that I'm pretty impressed with, Jenny. Because I think my comment was I also had this problem with my friends too. You know, similar friends to mine when I was in high school.
So I want to finish today's homework, and I'm Jenny. So like today's homework is about like we will share something crazy we have heard. So I really want to share this rumor that have been trendy and famous for this period of time. I heard that introverts are less talkative people and the people who are wearing glasses are dangerous. And I'm not unanimous with this rumor because first, there are no science or studies that prove this rumor is true. Example, I do a little research on criminal behavior and they show that the study on criminal behavior focus more on social economic status, family backgrounds, biological factors, and more. I took this from ChatGPT, yeah. And so I think that's not true anyway. And second, real example to prove this is unrealistic. Like me and my friends, I have many besties that are introvert and wedding class at the same time. But I think they are all cute. Like, they help people anytime. Like they are very protective friends and they are also supportive. They protect me every time when I get bullied, just sometimes. And also maybe sometimes they are kind of insane, but it's, they are harmful. And there are lies. So I think this is not universally true. Like maybe sometimes it will be the correct, but this time is no.
All right, Jenny, nice points. Jenny uses the idea introverted, and that's a psychology word started by Carl Jung about 100 years ago. Do you guys know introverted? I would have to show this to you in the into the translator, the Google translator, because it's kind of a complicated psychology word, introverted. And so I'm going to show it to you. I think many of you know this. Here it is, introverted.
Introverted.
Oh my gosh, it's really noisy. Sorry about that. One more time. Not so loud this time. Introverted.
Introverted.
Okay, here it is in Vietnamese.
Sống nội tâm.
Andrew, did you learn that word introverted yet?
Not yet.
Everyone knows this.
I only understand it in English, but not understand it in Vietnamese.
Oh, interesting. So the opposite is extroverted. Oh my God, Tommy put all these brains up here. Thanks, Tommy, for the brains. That's great. Tommy put it, yeah, thanks for the research, Tommy, showing the different brains. Nice work. You could actually use that diagram in a debate, Tommy. All right. Tommy, by the way, where are you? I don't see you on the list. I feel bad I didn't call on Tommy. Tommy, where are you? Tommy, there you are. Hey, Tommy, how are you today? Is Tommy there? Poor Tommy. He put up this great brain diagram and then he disappeared. Oh my gosh. Tommy, I'm sorry I didn't call on you. How about Suvia? Suvia, are you there?
Yes.
Suvia, did you study this idea of extrovert, introvert in your education? Do you know it? Introvert, extrovert.
What? I don't know that.
Okay. Let me put Sharon, can you guys describe an introverted person? Jenny, can you describe an introverted person so we all know what the terms of the debate are? Introverted.
Like my idea is not like I think everyone always describe introvert as less talkative people, but I think it's not quite true. I think it's kind of like they don't want to stay in place that have too many people that they don't really understand or they know about, because I think that kind of like they don't really trust them, and also they don't like the lives that have very many dramas around them. They just want a kind of peaceful life. And I think they are like some of my best friends are introvert, and I think they are one of the most best friend forever that I have, because like they are really care to each other, but they don't speak word. They show their love by action more. And but like when you are close enough to them, they talk really much. Oh my God, I kind of surprised with like how much they talk to me.
Yeah. Jenny, I'm paraphrasing what you said. I'm kind of writing it. Tina, can you read this? And what do you think of this response of an introvert? This is actually a pretty good definition, a very good definition, actually, Jenny. Tina, can you read it here, the blue part?
Okay, sure. Introverted. This is a kind of person who is less talkative, but this isn't the best definition. They prefer less crowded places where interacting with too many people is uncomfortable for them. They think a lot. They make good friends because they share through trust and are talkative, but only if the trust.
Only if the trust is strong.
Okay, only if the trust is strong between friends.
Yeah, that's what I meant to write. Okay, yeah, that's the introvert. Do you know the opposite is the extrovert? Extrovert. Tina, can you describe what an extrovert is to us?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
So basically, they are really talkative, and they like social interactions really much.
Yeah. I'm going to add this, Tina.
Okay. And for in class, maybe they're gonna be the class clown.
Yes. Right. Nice work on that one, Tina. The class clown. Oh my God, if I could spell right. Teachers sometimes have problems. Yeah, because the extroverted person, their character. Okay, now I would use that in a debate. I think that would be a really good one. Hey, Fiona, would you like to read this for us? Because this is a great debate kind of rebuttal.
Yes, my pleasure.
Yeah.
The person, extrovert, basically, they are really talkative, and they really enjoy social interaction. In class, they are always the first ones to shout out the answers to the question. All right. They also become the class doubt. Teachers sometimes have problems with students who are overly extroverted. They correct their signs so brightly that they overshadow introverted students who might have very insightful things to add to class.
Yeah, nice work, Fiona. Now, Tina, you could say, hey, teacher, those were my ideas. But Fiona and Tina, imagine you're on a debate team with 3 members. You can pass this note to Tina, and then Tina stands up or Fiona stands up, and it's like a group effort. And you can say, our team thinks, and that's okay because one person on a debate team is constantly writing notes and passing them to the other person, right? All right. So, Jenny, what do you think of that extrovert part here? When you have really extroverted people in class, do you agree that their personalities are so bright and cheerful? that they overshadow?
I don't really.
Yeah.
I don't really agree because I'm personally an extrovert and I'm don't really talkative, except
Nice.
for the people that trust to. Yeah, like maybe I'm easy to befriend to somebody else that is new, but it just stop in the casual acquaintance level. It's kind of hard to develop for me to a more deeper relationship. Yeah. But I think this kind of sometime right, except for the class clown. I'm not the class clown.
everyone.
Hello. Oh, it's that Jenny's little brother. He's very extroverted, Jenny.
He is definitely the class clown.
Oh. um, okay. So yeah, very interesting, Jenny. In an argument, you could say the concept of extroversion is too simplistic.
Yeah, and also I think like some of them, maybe me also is kind of not so tactful like extrovert, and they are kind of.
Hello, everyone.
All right, extroverted boy.
And I mean, like sometimes they are not. They are kind of careless. Not always, but sometimes I'm kind of really careless to my friends. And maybe I speak something that they might feel like that might hurt them, but I'm not really want to do that.
Okay. All right, you guys, very good. Thanks, Jenny, for taking care of that boy, Mr. Class Clown. Here's what I would suggest doing then. Like we have about 5 minutes left. I just want to quickly show you this. I don't know if you can bring a tablet into a debate situation. Fiona, can you bring a tablet into a debate situation?
To be honest, I haven't been in any debate situation before.
Oh, I thought you were because you know the language really well, and it sounds like you want to start debating, like ready to go.
Just, I think that what I did is just kidding. I have no idea. What a pity.
Well, you're doing really well. So, you know, your written and your spoken responses are excellent. So I think you are ready to join a debate club, Fiona. Like teacher says, you're ready to go. Okay, you guys, I'm going to show you ChatGPT and my chat. If you can see, it's at the very bottom of the screen. I hate this formatting. Okay, so here's ChatGPT, and I would type this in. Can you offer criticism of the introverted versus extroverted psychology types that have been so influential the last 75 years or so? And so we asked, can you give us criticism? Because people are criticizing this. This is kind of crazy. It's kind of long. Hey, Andrew, you like to read and you have a good reading voice for these advanced vocabulary words. Can you read this one here?
Yeah, okay. The distinction between introverted and extroverted personality types have been a foundational concept in psychology, particularly since Carl Jung popularized it in the early 20th century. While this dichotomy has provided valuable insights and frameworks for understanding human behavior, and it has also faced various criticism over the years. Simplification of human personality, reductionism. Critics argue that extroversion spectrum is overly simplistic. Human personality is multi-faced, and reducing it to just two categories can overlook the complexities and nuances of individual behaviors and traits. The Big Five personality traits, which includes openness,
conscientiousness,
extroversion, agreeableness, neuroticism, offers a more comprehensive understanding of personality, suggesting a that focusing solely on introversion and extroversion is insufficient.
Now, this is interesting. ChatGPT actually put up a source. The free version normally doesn't put up sources, but this put Neural World. So I think ChatGPT is being forced to put up links where it got that information from, because there was a big legal fight with lawyers that ChatGPT is taking things from famous newspapers and psychology magazines. So they had to put the source right there, right? And so that's excellent that they put that there. Just quickly, you guys, let's see. Conscientiousness is caring about other people. Agreeableness is getting along with people in a social group. Neuroticism is kind of like a strange person who has psychology problems. And so these are the new examples that they use instead of extroversion, introversion. But you guys, this is really an excellent rebuttal for a debate. Like if you had to do a debate, I'm going to copy this and put this into your notes, because this would be just a great debate comeback. In fact, all of this is, if you could take key words from this, wow, it's kind of big, but I'm going to put this in today's debate notes, because this was from Monday's lesson, was a little bit difficult with all the logic in it. But let me see. Stop there. Okay. And I'm going to copy this, and then I'm going to put it in a new set of notes for you guys, because this is really an excellent rebuttal to introversion, extroversion. This would be like excellent information for you guys to carry into your secondary school studies and even college. All right, let me ask Fiona, because she's a good critic and I always enjoy the good criticism of the class. Fiona, did we do a good job with a debate?
Yeah, it's
kind of. We're getting closer to an actual debate.
It was exceptional. I love that.
Acceptable. All right, I promise on Friday. On Friday, I'll let you guys talk more face to face. If you guys use good, if you use agreeableness, you don't get too angry with each other, right?
Yeah, I hope into the two last class remaining, we could face to face, and we can divide two teams, and then we can debate each other.
Yeah, kind of a good job, said Andrew. Andrew gave it an 8.335. Yeah, but Andrew, I gave you all those ideas on early human development, which I think you're going to pursue. So yeah, okay, we'll go 83%. Thanks for the 83%, Andrew. It was a good enough discussion. We need to divide the class into two, and that's why Andrew wants to be a co-host, right? Andrew wants to be a co-host. Maybe, Andrew, we could divide this in if you want to be a co-host. I think that's what your objective is. Friday, we could do the co-host thing. We have to sign in two co-hosts. But Andrew, that involves giving you a code that you could jump into any Zoom class and be co-host at any time. Maybe that's a dangerous thing, Andrew and Yo. All right. So you guys need a debate question. We brought up this extroversion versus introversion. Would you guys like to discuss that in a debate paragraph, 5 or 7? Do you like it?
Yeah, but there is like an ambivert where it's like half introvert and like half extrovert.
Yeah. So in a debate thing, could you say there are mixed personalities, that you cannot say a person is 100% introverted, 100% extroverted, right? Are you arguing for mixture of the two on?
Yeah, maybe like neutral.
Yeah, neutral. This is a very good argument on, because school psychologists for primary and secondary and even college, they use the extroversion introversion test. They always give this test to students to write the answers. And a lot of parents said, but wait, my child is both introverted and extroverted, like you said. It's not 100% one thing or 100% the other thing. It's on a spectrum, It's a really difficult argument. If you guys want to do it, it's kind of an advanced argument. Let me see. could I change the question a little bit? I'll put it in chat for your question. In your experience, are there really talkative students in class who could be described as extroverted mostly? And are there introverted students who you know are pretty intelligent, but they need more time? To develop their it's kind of a difficult question, but let me see. Can you guys see? I put it to everyone. Let's see. Tina, can you read a possible homework? It's in the chat right there. It's the last chat message.
Okay, sure. Okay. In your experience, are there really talkative students in class who could be described as extroverted mostly? And are there introverted students who you know are pretty intelligent, but they need more time to develop their responses to difficult questions?
Yeah. Tina, do you think that could result in one paragraph response from you guys? Based on personal experience.
Maybe, I guess.
Yeah.
But I haven't met much of extroverts and introverts because most of my classmates are just insane animals, including me.
Oh my God, most of my classmates, oh yeah, guys, I gotta print that because that's so great. Most of my classmates are insane animals. Tina, what's your class size? Do you have one of those huge classes with like 30 to 40 kids?
Including me, those insane animals, including me.
So my reaction, Tina, is, well, that's a form of extroversion.
Like, yeah. So, my school rules that and just has scary animals. Yeah. Okay. So my schools has one class are limited, like they only allow 35 students, but in my class we say no to that. In my class there's like 47 students.
Yeah. That's huge. Is it totally out of control?
Not really, just when the teachers go out. That would be a nightmare for the class president.
Yeah. All right, so I got the question. It just came to me, you guys, because this extroversion introversion is kind of complicated for a one paragraph response. Now I know what the question will be, and so let me share the screen. And Tina, you just got it nicely. You really got this going really well. Okay, are you guys ready for a great debate question? And I know it's a great debate question, but I have to put it here in Pages. Will just be one more minute, you guys, and then I'll let you go because I know we're going a little bit late today. But good discussions, you guys. Okay, one moment. Where are my teaching notes for today? Hey, what happened to my Pages? My Pages. No, that's not what I want, you guys. This is crazy. I can't believe it just vanished, my teaching notes for today. They should be on the desktop and they're like completely gone. I got it, you guys. Okay, so let me just share the screen and I'll type your question here for you. And this is a pretty good debate question because we didn't do this one yet. Okay, so question for Friday. Do you think smaller class sizes make it easier to develop good answers to the teacher's questions. Students can then share their ideas more clearly with each other. Agree or disagree that class sizes can have a positive or negative effect. What do you think, Andrew? Do you like this topic?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I hear you guys talk about your class sizes all the time. 25, 35, 47, Tina. Shocking. And this is the animal effect. Billy, do you like this idea of smaller class sizes versus bigger class sizes? And so you have to say, you know, what Tina said, the wild animal factor. All right. Okay, so that's going to be your homework, you guys. And I will put that into the chat. I promise. I'll put that into Yalo. All right, let's see where our final things are. Whole grade is 30. Minus 13. Wow, nice group, 13. I'm thinking you could really discuss things well there. Okay, you guys were 10 minutes late. Sorry about that, but we had a lot of important things to discuss. I will see you on Friday, and we'll try to debate this. Andrew, perhaps we can get you a co-host so you can do your own Andrew group, and you can lead about 4 or 5 students in a discussion, okay? All right, Billy, thanks. Tina, Jenny, thanks. Andrew, thank you very much. An, thanks. Mia, thank you. Tommy, thanks. I didn't see where Tommy is. I wish he was here. Mia, thank you very much. Suvia, thanks. Billy, Anna, An, and Lucy. All right, see you guys on Friday, okay? Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye and have a good day.
Bye-bye. See you guys. Bye-bye, Billy.